Happy to welcome the LFA strawweight champion Loopy Godinez here on the program, who of course won the title by beating Vanessa Demopoulos back at LFA 94 on October 30th. Loopy, how are you this afternoon?
Good, I'm really good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's such a bummer. We were trying to do this in person. If people are wondering why this interview is a little bit late, we had talked about doing it, but then the COVID laws came into effect. Everything's shut down right now. I wanted to ask you about that because, the cases are going up in BC. How restricted are you right now in terms of training?
Well, I'm keeping my bubble still. I cannot stop training. So I'm in my bubble and keeping active, getting better, and for whatever opportunity is coming, I can just take it and be ready.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, let's talk about that fight. Even weeks later, people are still talking about that matchup. I just wanted to know, heading into the fight, were you expecting it to be that much of a war? Because you really won over a lot of fans with that fight.
Yeah, before I took the fight, I knew it was gonna be a good fight, just because I know she doesn't give up, and I know she just, unless you put her out, unless you finish her, unless something, she's always going to come forward, right? She's not scared to get hit, and I love it. I was really excited for the matchup, and it ended up being great,
No, it certainly was. And were you surprised maybe how durable she was? Because it looked like there was a couple times where maybe it could have been finished, but, she just kept coming forward, like you said, almost like a zombie. It was crazy.
Yeah, well, I wasn't surprised because I knew that she's a warrior and she wouldn't give up. But yeah, most girls will probably want to keep going or stop the fight, But good for her. I really respect her,
No, it was an awesome fight. Again, I encourage you, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it on UFC Fight Pass. Was there anything in the fight that surprised you about her as an opponent?
No, nothing. Everything we did in training camp, that's exactly what happened. We work on, just in case she pulls guard, or I was in her guard. Everything we did, we went over, and it's exactly what happened.
And a little bit sweeter as well, taking home the title, making a bit of history as well. First Canadian to win an LFA title. That must be pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, it was. It was such a good fight, and it was such a good experience to showcase my skills there. And I'm ready for whatever is next. I'm really excited for the future.
Well, you're in a great spot. Like I said, good fight, won the title. And the thing with LFA is you're their champ now. So even if the UFC doesn't come next, you're still going to get fights with LFA. So it's a good scenario. How was the overall experience getting to compete for LFA, going down there, doing the quarantine, all that stuff? How was it?
Oh, it was great. They were so professional, really helpful for the weight cut. They were like, whatever you need, wherever you need to go, whatever, we're here to help out. So there it was amazing. Quarantine, the COVID test, we got the results after 30, 40 minutes, which was great. On my way here, quarantine for 2 weeks, which was also great, spend some time with boyfriend, dog, just chilling. I always like to do that after fights, and now I'm back to work. So, yeah.
What did LFA, did you speak to any of the, executives or anyone there? I don't know if your management has, about just the fight. Because like I said, you won the title. It was a great fight. They must have been super pleased with the result.
Yeah, they were really happy. Afterwards, I talked to a couple people from LFA, and yeah, they were super happy, super, super excited, and really grateful that fight happened and how it went down. So, yeah.
Excellent. And you fought for Combate before. You fought for promotions that are big, but this, like I said, LFA, UFC Fight Pass main event. What was the feedback like from the fans? I bet the social media following went up. I'm sure you got a lot of cool messages.
Yeah, it was great. I got a lot of messages, a lot of people, just been really pleased with the performance, pleased with the fight, follow a lot of followings, and yeah, I cannot be happier than, I cannot be happier. I'm as I say, I'm really excited for the future.
Was there any fighters that you didn't know that reached out and say, hey, congratulations on the fight or anything like that? Because usually when, stuff like that, when you hear about an important fight, people will go back and watch it again if they've missed it. And sometimes you get, people that didn't even know were watching the fight reach out.
Yeah, Nick Diaz messaged me.
What? Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
Yeah, he followed me with, and he's he's a count, like he's with the blue check on the side, and it's good.
That's awesome. That's like an early Christmas present right there. Getting to hear from Nick Diaz. I mean, we're talking about one of the MMA greats. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like he's like, anytime you're around, let me know, and for training, blah, blah,
wow.
blah. Yeah.
So you might be going down. That's so cool. I mean, when the borders open up, maybe some training down in Stockton. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Yeah. And then also someone I know you've trained with, and I know you saw the interview, but Miranda Granger, obviously giving you some props as well. I thought that was cool. I know you guys have trained together though.
Yeah, we're good friends. We trained together before, and of course we want to train more together, but with all this happening, we can't. And yeah, once all this is better, we're probably going to get together and train. Yeah.
Yeah, I know for all of us, I haven't been to the States since March, so I feel the same way. Like I'm dying to get out of here a little. I mean, I love living here, but it's nice to travel a bit, right? We can't do that, so there you go. Now, any sort of timeline in terms of when you want to fight next? I know you'll fight tomorrow if you can, but have you heard anything about when you might be fighting next?
Nothing is. I mean, there is words out there. I cannot say much, but it could be pretty soon. In the early New Year, something like that. Okay. Nothing. It's nothing settled or nothing. It's nothing. Settled. So,
okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me throw this out here. Like sometimes when you win like a big title, like you did here for LFA, or like when you got a good record. I know the UFC will sometimes like kind of put you on like a short list. Like your management, you're with Iridium Sports. They're getting everyone to the UFC. I imagine you're probably on their radar now, especially after winning that title.
Yeah. I bug the matchmaker a lot too.
Oh, Sean. It's Sean Shelby, right? Or is it Mick Maynard? I was trying to remember who does that.
Yeah, Mick Maynard. Yeah.
Okay, because I know he's watching. Yeah. Obviously, he's a big LFA fan as well. So, well, that's good. So, I mean, you're aiming to fight next year, but I'm sure you're training just in case something does happen if there's an injury, right?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to take a fight tomorrow. I'm training every day, 2-3 times a day. That's all what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
that's it.
And in some ways,
that's my life.
So I was going to say, I know in some ways too, people felt like you could have been in the UFC even before this fight, but are you kind of glad that you got that, championship experience and you got the extra exposure being on Fight Pass?
I feel like my time is coming, and it's going to come when it has to come. I have I go crazy, and then I want to be like, I want to do it now, like right now, like why is it not happening right now? But I'm like kind of like a step back a little bit and like just let it happen when it has to happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm pushing people, and then I'm doing this, I'm doing so many stuff, but like it's gonna come. And yes, I'm really excited and happy that I got the opportunity with LFA. Like it's 5-5s. You're not gonna get it in training, so it's awesome that I got it right now, and it's just one more step. I'm coming.
And I know too, like obviously, I'm sure you're fine to fight in the States, right? Because I know visa issues can be an issue if you want to go take a fight, right? So I'm sure, like if you for example, like if they needed to call you for a short notice fight, you don't have any issues of traveling down to the States, right?
No, I don't have issues to travel, no. Because
that happened to Jamie Lynn Horth. I don't know if you saw her. She was supposed to fight on Contender Series, and she couldn't get in because of a visa issue. So that's good you have that, because some fighters, they can't go and fight in the States. So.
Yeah, I think this. They say because she's not recognized international or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, which I don't. Yeah, I fought in this. Almost all my fights have been in the States. So I don't know
right. Yeah. I'm sure that would help a little bit too, right? So.
Yeah, I don't know if they look at it that way too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be keeping tabs on that as well. Any plans for the holidays? It's your sister's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to her. What are the plans sort of for the holidays? I know you're going to continue training, but do you have anything planned?
We were planning to go to Bowen Island.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, usually we spend Christmas there with my boyfriend's mom, and all my family come, sisters, dad, mom. But now with this COVID thing, I don't know. It's in the air. Could be just at my parents' house. Or go to the island. Depends what's happening at that time.
Yeah, it seems like it's changing every hour. I had to run today at the gym with my mask on, which I'll do it, but it's definitely different. I wasn't used to that. I feel like I don't know, like one of those like soldiers or something where you got the mask on. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, it's not fun at all. But,
No.
we got to do whatever we got to do.
Exactly. It's better than not being able to go out. There's some places you can't even leave your house, right? So at least we're lucky here in BC. So there you go. Yeah. Well, Loopy, I'm glad we got to finally do the interview. Hopefully soon we'll get to do one in person. We've been talking about this for a while, but we'll just wait to see what the COVID stuff says. But in the meantime, I know you got some people to thank. I know you got some sponsors. I'll give you the last word.
Thank you. Well, I just want to thank everybody that has been with me since day one. There's a lot of people that even in my early, in my amateur career, when I had a losing record, they all they all stick with me and they all still working with me. And I just, I'm really thankful for that. Nobody give up for me. And now we are here and I want to keep, we're all going up together and I'm excited to, to keep climbing that ladder and, showing that they're not wasting the time with me. And my sponsors, I don't want to call names. I always forget names. That's why I never do it. But yeah, all my sponsors, thank you for, for all the help. And yeah, my family, my boyfriend, that he's the one that runs my conditioning and nutrition, and my coaches.